National Panasonic are 1493B 1970. This is the documentation of the experience of a hobby project, made with the hope that it could be helpful to others. This video shows only a simple cleaning and recapping process, and there is no extra written documentation attached to it. This is a 6-transistor radio for the reception of the medium wave band only. Apart from that, there is very little information about this radio model online, except from pictures that could be found in auctions, often selling items still in their original box. There is no schematic diagram available, and the production period is also unknown. However, the national logo appearing on the dial scale is unique. According to the brand history, from the Panasonic Group internet site, between 1966 and 1971, there was a transition in the logo content. The word Panasonic was replaced with National. The logo appearing in this radio model is something in between, because it contains the name National, but written with the 1966 style. This allows to make the guess that this radio model could have been produced in the year 1970. There is a big screw on the case rear. This is used to lock the back shell of the case, and it must be released in order to open the radio. There are still the batteries inside, forgotten there years ago. They are now leaking corrosive substances. The power cord is extracted, and it is found that it was cut in the past, then joined again. The headphone jack socket is undocked from the side of the case. Two screws remain to be removed to let the circuit board free from the front shell. The two slide switches on the front are marked for later identification. The switches and later, also the loudspeaker and the power transformer, are removed from the front shell. The radio is tested using a bench power supply first, then also powering it from the mains through a dim bulb tester though, and it is still working. The power cord is removed from the transformer. Some cleaning is done using alcohol, a small paintbrush, and an air blower. The battery contacts are in very bad shape. A gel rust remover product that is good also for metal polishing is used several times on the contacts. In the end, alcohol is used abundantly to clean from all the residues remaining in the battery holder area and on both sides of the circuit board. The contacts are now clean, but they have lost their original coating and would not make a good contact with the batteries. Therefore, it is necessary to put some solder on their tips, but that is not an easy task. Again, alcohol is used to clean afterwards. The most accessible electrolytic capacitor is removed for testing it. Unfortunately, the meter reads a higher capacity than the nominal value printed on the body of the component, which suggests that there is an internal electrical leakage. Therefore this, and all the other electrolytic capacitors, are replaced with new ones. For cleaning the contacts, and hopefully for making them function longer, Vaseline oil is applied to the switches using a small paintbrush. The same is done for the volume potentiometer, but without removing the knob because its screw is located under the dial scale, and removing it would require too much effort, taking an unjustifiable risk of causing more damage than repair. The handle is separated from the case by removing two special clips. The handle arrived slightly bent. It is straightened using pliers. The old foam on top of the battery compartment is removed. The handle and the two shells of the case are washed with water and a mild detergent. Afterwards, they are dried with a rag and an air blower. When they are dry from water, another detergent is also used, applied with cotton balls. In the end, Vaseline oil is applied on the surface, distributing it using a small paintbrush. This is done to bring back some shine to the plastic. The original power cord for this unit ended with a plug appearing on the left side of the picture that is not safe to use on Italian power outlets because there is a high probability of being electrocuted when inserting or removing the plug, accidentally touching the metal terminals. The right side of the picture shows how a standard Type-C plug should be made for preventing electrocution accidents from occurring. After an unsuccessful attempt to reuse the original strain relief, a plan is made for using rubber grommets and superglue instead. Because the radio is meant to be used again, what is installed is a new power cord ending with a plug that complies with current regulation standards. The radio is slowly put back together, like the clips in this section show. They should be self-explanatory. Therefore, no more comments are made until the next section. The reception test is done in the evening with a satisfactory result.
Proces au un grad de risc ridicat și care ar putea să pună în pericol o eventuală cerere. Aveam împădurite 97 de hectare.
Mondjuk ki teljesen nyíltan, egész jó elkülönülő szállítók vannak. Ugye vannak a